Hello, hello, welcome to the 6 yard box. Welcome to the 6 yard box. This is all about 90 minutes, and yeah, this is all about 90 minutes where we look at the game between Tottenham and Bournemouth. Yeah, this one was would I say it was a tough result. I think it's something that was not. Would I say I was not expected? Coming into the game, I knew it was going to be a tough game. I've watched Bournemouth all season, and I knew it was going to be a really, really tough game. The Bournemouth are a good side. I see people predicting 3-0, 4-0 before the results, before the game. And I was just laughing because I was thinking, because I saw a lot of Bournemouth last season. I watched them in the 3 p.m. kickoff sometimes. And this team, I don't know how the manager what he does to these players, man. When they come into that setup, they press from now till tomorrow. They will press you for 90 minutes plus. Today they got tired. That's why Tottenham. That's why they were not creating chances as they were in the first half. Tottenham go on the ball and uh, and they they allowed Tottenham to have some chances, but from the first whistle in the game, you basically know how a game is going to pan out by looking at the 50-50s. That's what I look at, the 50-50s. Because at the end of the day, football is 1v1. At the end of the day, and if you watch the way they pressed today, Bournemouth, they went 1v1 all over the park. The press in a way whereby we couldn't play out of them. I missed the first goal. I think I don't know what I was doing. I didn't start the stream on time, and I missed the first goal. But I saw the highlights of the goal, and so I won't be able to comment on that goal. But after that goal, I tell you, man, they were just opening Tottenham off left, right, and centre, man. To be honest, every single time they attacked, they looked like they were going to score. It was really, really difficult for Tottenham to do anything, to create any chances, and yeah, it was tough. It was tough. It was very tough. And yeah, the signs are what I was looking at, like that kind of situation. You know, there's one key thing. There's two things that you have to do. You have to make sure your midfielders, you know, are winning the ball back in transitions when you actually, when you get the ball, when they are on the offensive. We are not doing that. We were just tackles were going in, but the ball was not sticking to a Tottenham player. It kept going to a Bournemouth player. The second thing was when we do play out from the back and got the ball to Richie. Richie couldn't hold up the ball. He was being bullied. There was a couple of times where he was fouled. I don't know what the referee was doing because, I think it was being fouled a couple of times. But, today it was really, really, um, it was just down to man v man basically. It was just what it was down to. And we were second best every single time. Um, and they had a couple of chances. Richard, what's his name? Vicario made a big save. Semenyo ran across the from our back line, almost scored again. There was a lot of last ditch tackles. Some misplaced passing, and that's good to Bournemouth. Sometimes the opponent makes you look bad. And you can't get out of it. But there's no crisis for me. There's no crisis. It's a case of how do you bounce back from this? How do we bounce back from this against West Ham? Going back to the match, the forward, I'm going to go on the team list for Tottenham was Vicario in goal, right back Poro, Romero and VDV, centre backs, Jet Spence playing on that left hand side in defence, left back, three in midfield. We had Sa, Palinia, and Benton. 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 Palinia of Kudus, Charlison, and Johnson, and you know, I couldn't see how we're gonna change the game around because it was just you know chances after chances for Bournemouth. Somebody was saying it could be six. You know, when I was watching it, I was thinking, oh Lord, yes, it could be. It was just Tottenham under pressure every single time Bournemouth comes forward. It was really, really difficult. We just couldn't get out. I mean, if you're looking at the stats of the game, look at the stats. The stats were they just tell the whole story basically. Shots on target 20 for Bournemouth. Shots in total 20 for Bournemouth, 5 for Tottenham. On target 6 for Bournemouth, 1 for Tottenham. 62% possession. We had more possession. 38% for Bournemouth, 477 passes, 296. We had more passes as well. Pass accuracy 82, more pass accuracy as well. Um, 8 corners to Bournemouth, none to Tottenham. We didn't even have one corner in that whole game. That's crazy, man. But that shows the key area for me is shows where we struggled was the shots on target and the way they cut Tottenham open today, man. We were just ripped up, to be honest. And yeah, if that's happening, that's basically your midfielders are not tracking runners. That could be the reason why. That's always the reason why. And I didn't think the midfielders did anything today in terms of tracking their runners. I know it's the first defeat. Don't want to go over the top, but it was a tough game. It was a tough game today, and every time we play Bournemouth will beat most teams in this league. They will give most teams a lot of tough games, and thank God we've played them and we get that out of the way. So yeah, we're not going to play another team. There's a couple of teams in the league that play like Bournemouth, and but the key thing, whatever system you play, whatever tactics and all that kind of stuff, you gotta win your 50-50 battles, man. You gotta get that ball, man. That's what everybody is fighting for. If you keep the ball more, chances that you're gonna score goals. And yeah, which you need to do a lot better. And I think it was poor today. And that's what sums up the game. We had a couple of chances towards the end. The ball came on. The subs didn't really add anything to the game apart from Bagval. He did well. He came on and he did a lot of running and twisting and turning, trying to beat his man, which he did a couple of times. And yeah, it was tough. It was tough. It was very tough today for Tottenham. We just have to accept it, hold our hands up, and basically, go again. But we don't want to see a pattern. I know the fans will be saying, yeah, they'll be moaning, and it's a shame, but because this is a different manager, this is a different manager. I know, and we just have to be careful. We don't let stuff from last season carrying on to the season, and then we start blaming the manager. It's going to be difficult for any manager coming in. They're always starting afresh. Any team, we're lucky sometimes when manager goes and builds on what's there and they get success, which is what Arne Slot did with Liverpool last season. But most managers, when they go to a different new club, yeah, they get improvements, but it's always they're starting afresh, and you're gonna expect games like this. So for me, this kind of games you can only lose to this kind of teams maybe 3 times in the season. After 3 times to the middle teams and the bottom teams, after losing to them 3 times, if you keep seeing these performances, then the score. The team is not ready yet. They are not where you want them to be. It's slow progress. I always say that with every single manager Tottenham have had. Managers need time. I know they don't have enough time, but they need certain time, and then they need the tools to work with. So let's do the ratings. I'm gonna go. Gonna go. Who is Vivacario? Maybe that is his sister. Vicario. I'm gonna go Vicario. Vicario. He pulled off some great saves, man. I'm gonna give Vic a 9. I think Vic was superb today. He pulled off a lot of big save for Tottenham. Yeah, without him it could have been more. So I'm gonna give Big Vic a big fat 9. Um, Pedro Porro, he was basically he was man. I bet he's gonna have a good night's sleep tonight, and he won't wake up till about 4 p.m. tomorrow because he was round ragged, man. He couldn't even go forward to deliver his crosses. Mohamed Kudus didn't help him much as well. But Semenyo tore him to shreds, man. What's it called? Semenyo normally plays on the right, but he moved to the left hand side for Poro, and he ripped Poro up for fun. And can't blame him. I think he did his best. I'll give him a 5. To be honest, he was ripped. So I'm gonna give Poro a 5. Who else? Spence. I think Spence was okay. He had a couple of trouble in terms of locking down his man. He was playing against, is it Cook or whatever his name is on the other side. He did a couple of things, but going forward today, it's always going to be a struggle for Spence in terms of cutting in onto his right foot. The team didn't play well, so sometimes team don't play well. Everything else don't work out this way you want it to. So I'm gonna give Jed. I'll give him a 5 as well. After Jed Spence, Cuti Romero, he was really good. I think it was good. He did most of the good defending bits that he was supposed to do. For me, yeah, I think he was good. I think the defense didn't really do much for the goal. He tried to block the goal, but apart from that, he was good. He didn't make too many mistakes. I think it was just solid. Yeah, I'll give Romero a 7. His partner VDV, I think VDV did really well. Really tried to cope with it with defense. He made some beautiful um, tackles, blocks as well. So yeah, I think he did really well. I'll give him an 8. I think he was solid as well. He was really solid. He was without him and Vic, I think we could have considered some more goals. Uh, Bentancur, yeah, he ran around, did some stuff with it. We gave the ball away a couple of times. Yeah, I'm gonna give Bentancur 4. I think him and Palina, they didn't really work well today. Uh, they couldn't win their duels, and I think they both struggled to be honest. Uh, João Palhinha, yeah, I'm gonna give him a 4 as well. He struggled in that midfield. Played well against City today. I think maybe we'll see. We'll see the pattern. Maybe in games where we need to go and push on a little bit, they normally leave more spaces in midfield and in transitions. Today they were not tracking their runners at all, and yeah, I think we'll see if it was just a bad day at the office or it was like a continuous pattern. And I think both of them struggled today in midfield. I just think Bournemouth just dominated that midfield, winning the ball back 50-50s as well. Um, After Palinia, who else? Um, Brennan Johnson. He's playing on the wrong side. He doesn't like playing. He plays on the right, or he's playing on the left hand side. And yeah, he struggled today. We couldn't get crosses in. He struggled. We couldn't get past his man as well. He did it once. There was a bit that he got offside, and I think the Jet didn't release the ball on time, and that's the difference when somebody's playing on not their favorite leg. It's got their favorite foot. Um, it's got its disadvantages when you're an inverted fullback, but today he couldn't release the ball on time sometimes, and yeah, I give Johnson a 4, but Johnson couldn't get his crosses. Ahmed Kudus, I think he played well. I think he tried his best. It was every time there was 3, 4 around him. But sometimes I think you should just give the ball and give and go, quick passing, instead of always trying to beat people. But I understand why he's trying to do it because it's the key to the door basically. So he needs to try and take risk thereby losing the ball. So for that only, I'll give him a 6. But I think he tried his best today as well. Ahmed Kudus. Who else? Richie, I'll give Richie. Richie was poor today. He didn't hold up the ball once. Yeah, Richie was poor. I'll give him a 4 today. It was just a case of maybe they were physical. They were just too strong for him today. The referee didn't help him as well. He was fouled a couple of times. One time that he got hold of the ball, you see what he did with it. We almost scored. So yeah, bad day for Richie. He's been good lately, but just a bad day for him today. And Sa, yeah, he was anonymous as well before. He couldn't get the press. They didn't even allow us to press them. They were just going long into the channels, and they got pace to burn, and they were using Poro side a lot as well. It was a well mastered plan from Bournemouth. They did a good job on Tottenham, and Tottenham had no answers. So yeah, I think Sa was poor as well. Give him a 4. The subs that came on, who Lucas Bagval, I think he played well. He did really well when he came up. Tried to make things happen. I'll give him a 7. Going past his man, beating people in the midfield. That's all you need sometimes. You got to beat that press sometimes, instead of just passing the ball sideways. But yeah, he did well. There was a bit there where I thought it was good. He should have passed the ball to, I think it was Odegaard, but he decided to have a shot. But I'll give him a 7. He did well. Wilson Odegaard, he came on, did well. Give him a 5 as well. He didn't beat his man. Just about give him a 5. He didn't beat his man. I think he did beat his man once or twice. He's losing the ball as well. Subs are expected to make impact. That's why I think subs when you come on. But the team was not playing well. Today is just one of those games whereby you're not playing well and you're thinking, oh, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Just didn't happen really today. So uh, you know everybody's just gonna hold their hands up and say we didn't play well today. I'll give Tell a 5 as well. He came on. There was a volley that he almost scored from. He connected really well. The goalkeeper couldn't even move, and it just went wide. And yeah, Tottenham could have scored from that. So yeah, it was tough. It was a tough day today, and you know we'll see what happens against West Ham. Don't want to see the same pattern again. But even if you're gonna see it, but you wanna, but for me, I'm looking at this guy. I'm not going to judge Frank this season. Like I said, I don't care where we finish as long as we finish top 10. I'll be okay. I know people are saying Champions League and all that kind of stuff, Europa League, but I'm not going to judge him really at this season. But I want to see improvements. When managers come in, you want to see improvements after certain number of fixtures. You want to see them. In terms of games. You're gonna have the odd games bad, but you want to go 10 games with consistency, and then you see the odd one. But it all depends on the quality we bring in, to be honest. And like today, the manager couldn't change it because Sri Lanka was injured, so you had to go with Richie as the number 9. So yeah, good, good. I won't say good performance, but the boys gave everything, and it was just enough. What about the manager himself? Let's rate him. Thomas Frank, yeah, I'll give him a 6 because yeah, he tried things, brought on players just to try and change the game. And like I said, it's not about tactics today. I don't think it's about that. People were saying you should have played Bogval and Archie Gray in midfield. They would have been destroyed in that midfield today. If they played those two in midfield today, the way Bournemouth were pressing, they would have been destroyed because they were a lot more physical against these two that we had today. Imagine if you had what do you call it, Gray and Bogval in there. I don't think it should have been. It would have looked nice, man. They would have just destroyed us in that midfield. And I think today the two we played in there just had a bad game. They didn't do well at all. And Bournemouth were just really aggressive. So gotta find a way to beat teams like Bournemouth, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So thank you for watching. This is all about 90 minutes. Tottenham losing 1-0 to Bournemouth, and we move on to the next set of fixture internationals now. Over the internationals, it's going to be Nigeria. We're going to be watching Nigeria on Wednesday and Saturday. South Africa is a big game. Nigeria play Rwanda on Wednesday. We gotta win those two games. Give ourselves a chance for the World Cup. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Check out all the other stuff. Go to All About 90 Minutes Football Review. For a Footy Mad podcast where we'll be previewing the Nigerian games and all the African qualifiers as well. And we'll be looking back on the first three games in the Premier League. Looking back also on Monday, the transfer deadline day, we'll be doing something from about 7 o'clock. That's when the transfer window closes. We'll be doing something from about 7 anyway when the window closes, catching up on all the transfers. And then commentary box, that's gonna be tomorrow where we'll be looking at the weekend's fixtures. I'm gonna try and get a link out. If you want to join the debate, just click on the link and you should be able to join the debate. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow, like, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, I will see you next time. Tottenham losing by a goal to nil to Bournemouth.